Welcome to my channel, Most Worth Coins WC, where history lives in your hands. If you're passionate about rare coins, vintage currency, and the fascinating stories behind them, you're in the right place. Don't forget to watch the full video. Share it with your fellow collectors, like and subscribe to stay updated with more valuable content every week. So without further ado, let's get started. The 1982 United States quarter dollar, part of the Washington Quarter series, holds significant importance among numismatists and collectors, not due to its intrinsic rarity, but because of the economic and minting conditions that marked a pivotal change in U.S. coinage during the early 1980s. The 1982 quarter is a fascinating piece that reflects the economic challenges of the time, adjustments in the U.S. Mint's operations, and the beginning of a noticeable shift in how modern coins were made and distributed. Historical context. The 1982 quarter was minted during a period of economic recession in the United States. Inflation, high unemployment, and a volatile metals market placed immense pressure on the government and the U.S. Mint. As a result, the Mint had to make practical decisions to cut costs and operate more efficiently. This year is especially significant because it marked the first time since 1965 that the U.S. Mint did not produce mint sets for collectors. Budget constraints led to the suspension of uncirculated and proof sets, which meant that collectors had fewer high-quality, well-preserved coins available from official mint packaging. Consequently, 1982 circulation strike coins, including the quarter, are often found in less than ideal condition today, making high-grade examples particularly valuable. Design features. The 1982 quarter features the long-standing George Washington design, first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of Washington's birth. Designed by sculptor John Flanagan, the obverse front side of the coin displays a left-facing portrait of George Washington. Above his head is the word Liberty, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left of the portrait. The date 1982 is prominently centered below Washington's neck. The reverse back side of the quarter showcases a powerful image of an eagle with its wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing readiness for war, while olive branches lie beneath, representing peace. This classic reverse design remained unchanged from 1932 until the advent of the 1999 50-state quarters program. The top of the reverse reads United States of America, with E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, just beneath it. The denomination quarter dollar is written at the bottom. Metal composition. The 1982 quarter was struck using the clad composition that began in 1965, following the removal of silver from most circulating U.S. coins. It consists of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition gives the coin a silvery appearance, but with a slightly duller tone than the 90% silver coins of earlier years. The total weight is approximately 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.26 millimeters and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Mint marks and varieties in 1982, quarters were minted at two primary facilities, Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. There were no quarters produced at the San Francisco Mint for general circulation that year, although San Francisco focused on proof coins in prior and later years. What makes 1982 even more intriguing for collectors is the presence of notable varieties among the quarters. 1982 P, Philadelphia, no mint mark. 1982 D, Denver, with the D mint mark. A key detail about 1982 quarters is the difficulty in finding them in uncirculated condition due to the absence of mint sets that year. Circulated examples are common, but mint state coins, graded MS-65 and above, can be significantly harder to come by. Weak strikes and die deterioration collectors often note that 1982 quarters, especially from the Philadelphia Mint, are prone to weak strikes and die deterioration. This was likely due to the overuse of dyes and reduced maintenance resulting from budget constraints. As such, crisp, sharp examples from Philadelphia are highly desirable and often command a premium. Errors and collectible varieties. Several error coins and die varieties are known for the 1982 quarter, increasing their appeal to error collectors. These include off-center strikes, coins struck incorrectly with part of the design missing, clipped planchets, coins with curved clips due to mishandled metal strips, double dies, coins with doubled lettering or features. Due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, die cracks and cuds, small raised lines, or blobs from broken dies. Although none of these are particularly common, they are hunted by collectors for their uniqueness and can significantly raise the value of a 1982 quarter. Collector value and market demand in average circulated condition. A 1982 quarter has little more than face value due to its modernity and lack of silver content. However, values rise sharply for well-preserved examples. 82p in MS65, $15–$30 depending on the market. 82D in MS65, $10–$20 MS66 or higher grades. Values can rise significantly with 1982p examples fetching $100 or more at auction due to their scarcity and high grades. The rarity in mint state condition, combined with the historical context and suspension of mint sets, has made 1982 quarters an area of interest for serious collectors. Many consider them semi-key dates for the modern Washington quarter series. Counterfeit concerns and misidentification. Although counterfeit 1982 quarters are rare, some issues can arise when coins are misidentified, particularly when circulated coins exhibit heavy wear, leading some to mistake mint mark errors or altered features as rare varieties. Additionally, the worn nature of many 1982 quarters has created a market for cleaned coins, which may appear shiny but are actually damaged and worth less to collectors. Conclusion: the 1982 Washington quarter serves as an emblem of both economic difficulty and numismatic transition. While it may not be a treasure trove of silver or a classic rarity, its value lies in the story it tells, of a mint adapting to budget cuts, a collector community facing scarcity of high-quality specimens, and the enduring appeal of coins that embody both history and challenge. Collectors seeking to complete a modern Washington quarter set must pay special attention to the 1982 issues, not for their face value, but for the unique role they played in the numismatic narrative of the 1980s. Whether as part of a circulated collection or a high-grade registry set, the 1982 quarter remains a vital and fascinating piece of U.S. coinage. The 1983 United States quarter dollar, part of the enduring Washington quarter series, holds a special place in modern American numismatics due to the unique circumstances under which it was minted and distributed, much like its predecessor from 1982. Struck during a time of economic uncertainty and federal budget constraints, the 1983 quarter represents a fascinating chapter in the history of U.S. coinage. The coin's obverse, designed by John Flanagan and in use since 1932, features the left-facing bust of George Washington, America's first president, with the word liberty arched above, the motto, "In God We Trust," to the left of the portrait, and the date 1983 positioned below. On the reverse side, the classic heraldic eagle remains perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, symbolizing both military readiness and peace, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar, with the national motto E pluribus unum centered above the eagle. While the design is consistent with many previous years, the significance of the 1983 quarter lies not in its appearance, but in the conditions of its mintage. Like 1982, the year 1983 saw the continued suspension of mint sets and proof sets. For collectors, this decision was driven by government budget cuts during a recessionary period. As a result, no uncirculated or proof versions of the 1983 quarter were produced for direct sale to collectors by the U.S. Mint. This meant that nearly every 1983 quarter entered circulation immediately, exposed to wear, loss, and damage. Over the years, this has created a situation where high-quality, mint-state 1983 quarters are significantly scarcer than those from other modern dates, especially from the Philadelphia Mint. The 1983 quarter was minted at two locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which struck coins bearing the D mint mark. There were no circulation strike quarters from the San Francisco Mint that year, and no proof issues were made. The Philadelphia Mint struck approximately 673.5 million quarters in 1983, while Denver produced around 617.8 million, indicating a high overall mintage. Yet, due to the lack of collector sets and poor coin preservation in circulation, well-struck, uncirculated examples from either mint are not easy to find today. This scarcity in higher grades makes 1983 quarters, particularly the 1983p, sought after by serious collectors. Adding to their desirability, many 1983 quarters suffer from weak strikes, especially from the Philadelphia facility, where the dies were often overused and quality control was inconsistent. This has made sharply detailed specimens more desirable, and coins graded MS-65 or higher often command significant premiums. Even more valuable are full-strike examples with pristine surfaces and strong eye appeal, especially from original bank-wrapped rolls or hoards saved at the time. In terms of composition, the 1983 quarter follows the copper-nickel-clad standard introduced in 1965, an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. The coin weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.26 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge. Though it contains no silver, its value to collectors is rooted in condition and context. Adding further interest, the 1983 quarters are known to include some notable errors and die varieties. Among these are off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, and even rare double die varieties. Perhaps the most famous error associated with this year is the 1983 P Spitting Eagle quarter, a nickname given to a die break on the reverse that appears as a raised line coming out of the eagle's beak, resembling a tongue or something being spit out. This variety has become highly collectible and can command much higher values, especially in mint condition. In circulated condition, both 1983p and 1983d quarters are still common and typically worth face value. But mint-state coins, especially those graded MS-65 and above, can sell for $25 to $100 or more, with the 1983p being the tougher and more valuable of the two. For collectors pursuing registry sets or high-grade collections, the 1983 quarter represents a significant challenge. Many collectors are unaware of how difficult it is to obtain a pristine 1983 quarter due to the absence of mint sets and the overall quality issues of the time, which makes it a hidden gem among modern era coins. Additionally, rolls and hoards of 1983 quarters are less frequently found than those from other years, increasing demand among those looking to complete full sets of Washington quarters in top condition. This situation also reflects a broader theme in coin collecting, that mintage numbers alone do not determine scarcity. Survivability and condition rarity are just as important, if not more so. Overall, the 1983 Washington quarter is a prime example of how economic decisions at the federal level, combined with changes in mint policy, can create lasting impacts on the collectible coin market. It remains a widely circulated coin, but also a subtle prize for those with a trained eye and an appreciation for the history embedded in even the most ordinary-seeming pieces of pocket change. For collectors of modern U.S. coins, the 1983 quarter is an essential date to understand and acquire, especially in top grades, and it offers a story that is both historically meaningful and numismatically rewarding.